Hey guys, and welcome back. My name is Miss Danielson, and today we're doing a lesson on integer multiplication. I hope you joined us for our previous lessons on integer addition and integer subtraction. If not, I'm linking it down in the description box below. Otherwise, let's just get started. First of all, when we multiply values with the same sign, so multiplying two positive numbers or multiplying two negative numbers, this should be relatively straightforward. If the signs are the same, our answer will be positive. We're still going to perform a multiplication, but we can ignore the signs and just multiply the absolute values. Now, when I talk about absolute values, you may want to write this down. That's just the number value. It's the distance of that number from zero in either direction. So we're literally just ignoring the plus or minus sign. So, for example, two positive numbers multiplied together, like positive 4 and positive 2, will give us a positive answer. And we can just ignore the plus signs. We know it's going to be positive. 4 times 2 is 8. For question B, two negative numbers multiplied together. Negative 3 times negative 2. The signs are the same, so we know our answer will be positive. Now we can just ignore those signs and multiply the absolute values. 3 times 2, that's 6. So our answer is positive 6. It's as simple and straightforward as that. However, what if the signs are opposite? Remember when we were adding or subtracting integers, and when you added more cold water, the water got colder? Or when you took away hot water, the water got colder? It's the same thing with multiplication. If you multiply a positive with a negative, or you multiply a negative with a positive, if the signs are opposite, your answer will be negative. And then we simply do our multiplication of the absolute values. So again, example A, I'm doing negative 2 times positive 4. The signs are opposite, so I know the sign of my answer will be negative. Now let's ignore those signs and just look at the absolute values. 2 times 4 is 8, so our answer will be negative 8. And in the case of question B, positive 7 times negative 5, the signs are opposite, so I know my answer will be negative. And I'll just do the absolute values. 7 times 5 is 35. So my answer is negative 35. They're fairly simple rules. You'll want to write them down, but you do not need a calculator to be able to perform them. Go ahead and complete this multiplication table without a calculator, paying attention to the signs. Remember, if the signs are the same, your answer is positive. If the signs are different, your answer is negative. Filling this in, I'll do 5 times 5. That's positive 25. The signs are the same. Positive 5 times positive 6 is positive 30. Now I'm doing positive 5 times negative 5. The signs are opposite. The absolute values, 5 and 5, are the same as in this cell up here. However, the sign for this answer will be negative. Next, I'm doing positive 5 times negative 6. Now I know my answer is going to be negative, but the absolute values 5 times 6 is the same as this absolute value answer here, except here my answer is negative 30. Positive 5 times negative 7, that's going to be negative 35. Moving over, positive 6 times positive 5, they're both positive, so my answer is positive, it's positive 30. Then positive 6 times positive 6, my answer will be positive, that's positive 36. Now positive 6 times negative 5, opposite signs here, my answer is negative 30. Then positive 6 times negative 6, opposite signs again, that's going to be negative 36. And positive 6 times negative 7, opposite signs, my answer is negative 42. Go ahead and hit pause and see if you can fill in the rest for yourself. I'm just going to keep going. Negative 5 times positive 5 is going to be negative. Opposite signs, negative 25. Negative 5 times positive 6 is negative 30. Negative 5 times negative 5 is positive 25. When the signs are the same, your answer is positive. Negative 5 times negative 6, again, positive 30. Negative 5 times negative 7, again, positive 35. Negative times positive, negative. Negative times positive, negative. Negative times negative, positive. Negative times negative, positive. Negative times negative, positive. And our last column, negative 6 times positive 5, negative. Negative 6 times positive 6, negative. Negative 6 times negative 5, positive. The signs were the same there. Negative 6 times negative 6, positive. And negative 6 times negative 7, again, signs are the same, positive. Okay? How about this one? Can you fill in the missing blanks? Go ahead and hit pause, copy that down, and try and fill them in for yourself. Those two should have been fairly straightforward, but what about these two? Can you fill in these blanks? Now, if some value is being divided by some value, and you know the answer, you should know that the opposite of divide is multiply. Negative 7 should be able to multiply by positive 2 to find that missing value. Again, if you want to try that for yourself, go ahead and hit pause and hit play when you're ready to take it up with me. Let's go through question A. Positive 5 times negative 3. The signs are opposite, so I know my answer will be negative. And I do 5 times 3 is 15, so negative 15. Question B, I'm doing negative times negative, so I know my answer is positive. These signs are the same, so my answer is positive. 7 times 4 is 28, so positive 28. And as I said for questions C and D, you're going to want to rearrange these equations and do show this working, so it's never a mystery to you when you go back over it in future. To find out what this blank is, let's get it on its own. It's being divided by positive 2, so let's do the opposite. Let's undivide that positive 2. Let's multiply it across. So this blank should be equal to negative 7 multiplied by positive 2. Notice I didn't change that from positive to negative. What I did change is the operation. The division became a multiplication. Negative 7 times positive 2, the signs are opposite, so the sign for my answer will be negative, and I'll just do 7 times 2 is 14, so negative 14. Check that answer. Does negative 14 divided by positive 2 give us negative 7? A negative divided by a positive, the signs are opposite, should give us a negative answer, and 14 divided by 2 does give us 7. See if you want to try that for question D on your own first. Go ahead and rearrange that. Get the blank on its own, so the opposite of dividing is multiplying. So to find that blank, we'll do positive 2 times by negative 3. Again, I didn't change that negative to a positive. What I changed is the operation that this value is performing on our unknown value. It was divide, I made it multiply. Positive 2 times negative 3, the signs are opposite, so my answer will be negative. 2 times 3 is 6, so negative 6. Again, double check your answer. Negative 6 divided by negative 3. Would that give us positive 2? Well, the signs are the same, so it should give us a positive answer. And 6 divided by 3 is 2. Time for you to get your own practice in. So this time, hit pause, copy the questions, work this out. It shouldn't require much working. You just need to think, is my answer going to be positive or negative? And then perform the multiplication of the absolute values that you see. So go ahead and hit pause and hit play when you're ready to take it up. I hope you had a chance to hit pause, because here come your answers. So how did that go? Hopefully that was all pretty straightforward. If you have any doubts, please leave a comment down in the comment section for me down below. Otherwise, I think we're ready to go on to division. Till next time, take care, and I'll see you soon.